Hey YouTube, it's Olympus Reptiles, and before we even get started on today's clutch update, I'm going to tell you, hit like, hit subscribe. Also, go check out our Patreon. See, on Patreon we share these professional nuggets about the industry. Like, I'm going to share one with you. This would be an example of what you may find on Patreon. So you're going to notice today I'm not wearing an Olympus shirt. And you're going to notice on the video previous, I wasn't wearing an Olympus shirt. And you're going to think, did this dude just quit wearing his Olympus shirts? Because this is like 2 days in a row. Professional tip. We film a lot of this shit in the same day. So it's the same day for me. See, you get that kind of nugget on Patreon. Actually, you get a lot more than that because that's a stupid nugget. But believe it or not, it doesn't, that whole story on that sometime I'll share with you on how you can manipulate people's perception of date and time when you film by doing something as simple as moving some things around, and how we did it to a lot of people on an April Fool's joke, which was pretty funny until YouTube got really mad at me. And then that was even funnier. But today we're going to update you on our clown clutch. So what was the pairing? I guess I should start there again. Like I told you, it's the same day, so the snakes are still busy. So since they're busy, we're not going to interrupt them. You don't like to be interrupted when you're busy like that. We're not going to do it to them either. Or maybe you do it. If you're into that, hey man, let your flag fly. It's cool. We accept all kinds. So today's clutch was going to be our Bumblebee Het Clown, which was sold to us as a Killer Bee Het Clown. I'm still not really sure what the hell is going on with it because it doesn't look like a bumblebee, but it doesn't look like a killer bee. We never really thought it was. But we did prove out the Het Clown. So that was there. And we also did prove out we were right. It's not a killer bee because it's not pastel. Pastel didn't go into everything. And we're still trying to see what the other thing could possibly be. And it was bred to Trouser. Trouser being our one-eyed trouser snake. That's how he got his name. He's a one-eyed snake. You figure it out. Man, this whole video is just off the rails full of sex jokes. I will do better. Parents, if you're watching this, I am sorry. I will do better. Don't report me to the FCC or something. Actually, I don't really care, but you know, whatever. I'm sure it ain't the first time. So that was the pairing, and Trouser is also Het Caramel. We didn't know that. We bought him, found out the hard way. So all of the babies I'm going to show you will be at minimum possible Het Clown, possible Het Caramel. So they're all possible double het recessives, 50% chance on the Het Clown. We did not hit the odds really, really good on visual clowns. I'm sorry, not 50% chance. They're all 100% Het Clown because he's a visual clown. 50% chance of being Het Caramel. So half of them should be Het Caramel. They'll all be a minimum Het Clown. We did not hit the odds really good on visual clowns, but we did prove the Het Clowns. We did have some visuals in there. So what are we going to look for? We have 4 eggs. Well, we had 5, but one of them, well, we kind of had 6. And you're saying, do you know how to count? Well, let me explain. And you can go back, and if you watch this, we did some posts on it online. And then after we had it, a few other people had it, so it's kind of cool. What we had was we had 4 nice, beautiful eggs. And they all did great. They all hatched. Then we had an egg I called the WTF egg. And what it was is it looked like 2 boob eggs that were fused together. Now they only had about this much ends on the ends that were live looking tissue. And typically if you have a boob egg that's probably more than 50% of the opaque, not good egg, it's not going to make it in my experience. Can they? Sure, one that's 30-70 can make it, or 60-40 can make it, but your odds aren't real good. 50-50, your odds aren't that great. You get to 60-40, 70-30, you're probably going to be okay on those if you have more live egg than boob. However, when you get that boob egg, your baby's going to be smaller, less healthy if you have a major portion. Now, if you just have a little bit on the end, it's no big deal. But we had 2 of those. Maybe 15 to 20% of the egg looked to be living on each side, and then it was fused in the middle. So I don't know if it was... And it died right away. It wasn't really viable, which we kind of expected. So I don't know if you'd call that 4 eggs and a slug, a boob slug, or 6 eggs with 4 good and 2 slug. I don't even know how to call that. So we called it 4 eggs and a WTF. So let's start showing you these babies now. Then we'll go over to Patreon and talk about what we're going to do with this clutch. Now they're all doing pretty good. They've all had meals. A few of them are a little stubborn to eat every week, but that's pretty par for the course at this age. But as you can see, they're all growing and doing nicely. This is a pastel. Of course, Het Clown, possible Het Caramel. Nothing extra, just straight pastel. So you're seeing it does pass pastel. I don't think it could be anything extra. I mean, it doesn't look like a firefly to me or anything like that. You know, there's its belly. So if you see something extra in there, tell me, because you know what? That bumblebee looks funny. We'll go ahead and put that little pastel up. And what's really kind of cool with this clutch is now, you know, we've long talked about our line of spider and how we've worked to reduce the pattern and whatnot. Well, of course, this was a spider we brought in, so it wasn't one I produced in here. However, it's like it knew just to get with the damn program. This is a pretty reduced spider. Now, you do have some spotting like there, on the back in a few places. You have a little fly crawling around there. Why did you get so many flies? It's because we had one not eat, we had a dead rodent we had to get rid of. So there is some spotting on it, but all in all, this is a pretty clean spider and a very, very nice color spider. The head looks funky. There could be something else, whoever's making that bee look weird hiding in here. I don't know. But really nice overall spider, good quality. And as you can see too, watch this. You ready? I'm going to do something they say can't be done. Oh my God. As you can see, all the ideas of it being completely derpy is its head never even really flipped over. It just righted it perfectly. It's got like a little horseshoe on its head. Look at that. So it's a lucky spider. This is a lucky spider. I'm going to up the price by at least 80% because of the horseshoe, just so you're aware. No, I'm not really going to do that. But a really kind of a cool looking animal right there. Now, if that's a sign of whatever gene, somebody's like, well, that's a marker for this, then I probably will. If you look close, it's even got eyes. It's almost like an Asian man with that weird mustache, like from the Who Hot emblem. Maybe it knows I like Who Hot. It's got a little face on there. So now you guys will remember this spider. But I just really like how this one came out. So let me put this one back. And again, 100% het clown, possible het caramel. That, though, is also how we know that is definitely not a killer bee in there. Because if it was a killer bee, it could not make a spider, right? It would have to make a bumblebee. There's no way around that. However, it made two spiders. And again, another really, really nice spider. This one's even got more of a highlight color down its back. It's got the same markings on top of the head. Not the same, but as you can see, really similar. 3 spots there. So really, really a cool animal. Very, very pattern reduced. Probably even cleaner than the last one I showed you. So again, this is one we brought in, but I wouldn't hesitate. This is a spider I wouldn't hesitate keeping if it was me, because it doesn't have the spotting. I prefer it over the last one because this one's got 0. The other one with a little Who Hot emblem on top of its head did have some, but not a whole lot. Maybe Who Hot will sponsor me on that snake. That'd be kind of cool. So anyway, another spider. But let me get you out the top of the line from this clutch. The snake that I like the best out of all of these. However, since they're also part or possible het caramel, we did not keep any of them. Look, the spider's trying to run all over and is having an easy time of it. Come on, you. Get in there. Whoa, thought you were going to pop me one. Don't do that. That ain't cool, bro. So this is the last one of the clutch. So all 4 eggs we had all hatched nice and good. And this is the one that proves out, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that our het clown bee is actually het clown, because this is a visual clown. Also possible het caramel. This is a bumblebee clown. So you have pastel in there and you have spider in there, and this thing is insane looking. If this was female, I didn't have to worry about het caramel. I would keep this snake. It's not, so I don't get to. I love my clown with pastel. I think all clowns should pretty much have pastel. It brightens up, it looks really good. Killer clowns look awesome. That's how I like my clown. This one with the spider reduction, just really kind of cool looking snake. Now, Kurt and I are different here. This is not Kurt's favorite type of clown. He wouldn't fight me on the pastel and clown at all. He doesn't like how much spider reduces the pattern in here, though. Am I correct in saying that?
Yep.
He would like a little more pattern, a little more color going on. Me, I really dig it because it's like the cleanest of clean spiders, right? You just get that, oh, it's cool. It's like a zipper down its back. Really, really awesome snake. All right, before we get off here on this clutch, Kurt, do you have any questions about our clown clutch?
No.
Okay, a couple things I'll add before we go over to Patreon is, well, this isn't our first attempt at clowns. This is, believe it or not, in all the years we've been doing this, we were really late getting to the clown game. And then our first attempt ended up being the caramel clowns on accident. And they went, holy shit show. So that threw us back a little bit, wait on these clown girls to get to size. And this is our very first truly viable, I think, I mean, it's still early yet, visual clown that we're going to be able to raise to the proper size and sell. And that makes me very, very happy because I know this was a project that was near and dear to Kurt's heart. This was one of the ball python things that he said, hey, we really need to make clowns. I really want to get into this. And because of the caramel, which was not our fault. I mean, I don't really have anybody to blame on that one. We knew the 4 females were possible het caramel, but we had no idea the male was het caramel. The person we got it from didn't produce it. They got it from somebody else, so they had no idea. So I can't lay the blame at their feet, you know. And even the guy that produced it, it's very possible that he didn't know he had a het caramel in his collection, and that is just one of those things that fucking happens, man, and that sucks. But that pushed us back so far on our clown projects. So to finally let this at least get to fruition, even though it ain't Kurt's favorite clown, and prove that we can make a dang clown, right, makes me feel at least pretty good that we finally got there. Anything you want to add before we go?
No.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget, hit like, hit subscribe. Go check out that Patreon. It helps us a lot. Post it, share it with your friends. Make your family watch this. I don't know. Help us out a little bit. It'd be great. And we'll catch y'all next time.